What are they planning? Chainsaw.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing great. So as you might all know, Resident Evil 4 is being remade and so many new leaks are actually out, and so far I have covered the leaks. You can check the videos on my channel. All those aside, today I'm gonna zoom on Dr. Salvador and the Merchant and tell you some of my theories based on these leaks. And something really quick, we just passed 400 subscribers and you would easily make my day if you could consider subscribing. It'll just take you 5 seconds. But anyway, let's get into the video. So, Dr. Salvador is a very well-designed ganado who is wielding a chainsaw, and the idea of an infected carrying a chainsaw was so powerful that we saw numerous clones of Dr. Salvador in next games like Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Revelations 1 and 2, and somehow in Resident Evil 7. Anyway, knowing that he was so influential, it's crucial for Capcom to remake him properly. Well, as you might have heard from the leaks, Dr. Salvador is gonna have a stalker role in the remake, and the developers' studio is also changed, and now developers of Resident Evil 2 Remake are actually working on this one. By the way, for those of you who might not know, the project's name is Chainsaw. So in the original version of Resident Evil 4, when we are in the village, we see so many ganados walking around, and once we enter the room which contains the shotgun, a cutscene appears that introduces us to Dr. Salvador, and he appears as mini boss fights several times in the game. He can also one-shot you, he can kill you with one action once he's near you. And the bad point is, we know absolutely nothing of him. Firstly, I think he should look way taller. In the original, he was the same height as Leon. In Resident Evil Wiki though, it's mentioned that Leon is 180 cm and Dr. Salvador is 196 cm. So for sure, making him look taller will lead him to being way scarier. In Resident Evil 4, we encounter chainsaw-type enemies numerous times in the game, like the first Dr. Salvador in the village and him again once you are heading to the church, the sisters, and the bloody-faced one in the mines. I think it's better just to stick to one Dr. Salvador and the twin sisters, and letting Dr. Salvador return numerous times just like the Tyrant in Resident Evil 2 Remake. To give him more backstory, I think they could firstly introduce us to him when he wears no mask at the very beginning of the game, instead of just Leon talking to a random ganado. And to make it even darker, no action scene could happen there. Resident Evil 4, the original version, drops you in the action at the very beginning of the game, like the first minute of the game. To make it darker and scarier, the action actually could start a bit later. So that was for Dr. Salvador. And now let's move on to Merchant. Well, firstly, he's infected by the plaga, but somehow he managed to escape Sadler's manipulation, and he sells the stuff and upgrades Leon's and Ada's weapons at his place, and he buys your things like treasures and stuff. Anyway, there are many fan theories out there that he could be Louis's grandfather who seemed to have been disappeared, but we know that Louis and the Merchant have accents, and the accents aren't the same. They're different actually, so the Merchant could not be from there. And aside from that, the tone of his voice and his overall look doesn't look like a grandfather, at least to me. But anyway, I think he should help Leon several times in the game, just like what Marvin Brana did in Resident Evil 2 Remake. His role was expanded and got more believable and realistic. And also we gotta know how Merchant and Duke know each other. Resident Evil 4 took place in 2004 and Resident Evil 8 took place in 2021. That's 15 years. So we could see Duke when he was younger, 15 years before the events of Resident Evil 8. And we might even buy his stuff from him, why not? I personally like the idea of redesigning the characters in the remakes, because their first look didn't make sense, especially Leon's super saturated police outfit, but in the remake he was way more realistic and believable, especially in that redesigned outfit. And the same goes for Jill, Carlos, and Claire. About the Merchant though, well, he is probably gonna get reworked as well, but I adore his look, like literally. He looks so mysterious hilarious, and that's what makes him so special. They shouldn't change him too much though, even if he's gonna be remade anyway. I personally loved how The Last of Us 2 operating mechanism worked, and I think they could add something fairly similar and satisfying to Resident Evil 4 Remake. Also, we saw the challenges menu in Resident Evil 3. They could remake the game so that merchant gives you these challenges in exchange for certain guns, outfits, special weapon parts, or items like Matilda or Chicago typewriter. And this system could be something similar to merchant's shooting range. And finally, he's gotta reveal his face. I mean, come on, we need to get to know him. Anyway, what are your thoughts about Merchant and Dr. Salvador? These were my theories on how Capcom could improve upon those, and now let me know your ideas in the comments. And if you have come so far and enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We've just passed 400 subscribers and the support has been amazing and I truly appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.